Hey guys, it's podcast The Duck Show, and today Nazari here with you, and I'm about to tell you a little unexpected but very important story. It's episode number 10. Let's get started. So I've been playing in Cave Mechelen until the New Year's vacation 2022, and everything was pretty fine. It was interesting. I had good progress. I was learning language. I did a lot of hard work on field, outside the field, so everything was pretty good for me. But as a 17-year-old player, 16-year-old player, the most important thing is practice, to play matches, to get as much as possible experience by playing football, by growing up, by just improving yourself, your skills. And that was actually the thing that I had not as much as I was needed or not as much as I wanted. But it was fair because I came from Ukraine. I played in High League of Ukraine, but still it's not the same level as Elite League in Belgium. It's higher tempo, it's higher intensity, faster matches, and everything is in top class football. So I wasn't really prepared for that type of football because of my Ukrainian training, because of my Ukrainian experience. It was really not enough. So before the vacation, I had an appointment with my coach and administration to talk about a possible actually transfer, because I got not really much practice experience. I didn't get enough time on the field, so I was like bench player who came up at last 15-20 minutes, but still it's not enough for me, and I understand it. And during that conversation, the coach was really proud of me, proud of my Dutch knowledge, because it was already half year that I'm in Belgium learning Dutch, and he was actually impressed. And he was impressed also by my progress, by my improvement, my skills, communication, tactical skills. So for him, I was really such a good player, but still, I wasn't ready for their level of football, their type of football. So together we decided to search a new club for me, and there were actually a few opportunities to get test practice, to get a test training with a few other teams, and the first team that came up. And the thing is that that new team, a new team for test training, was actually at the same city as I was, so it was in Mechelen. And as I knew at that moment that the academies of Cava Mechelen and that new club is in good contact with each other, so administration has a good contact, and it was no problem to get me a test session. So we agreed the training session, but it was already for after the vacation, and we were happy that there is a few opportunities. And the second is that the clubs are also interested in me. So we chose the first one, and after that appointment with my coach and administration, I went to Ukraine for 2 weeks vacation. I went to my club there in Kiev, to Champion Kiev. We had a few practice, we had sessions, we had the football game also, so it was really fun, and we reunited with some other players who also went to the European countries at that moment, so it was really fun. It was a lot of games playing, and it was really such a comfortable atmosphere there, because we reunited not with only the players from Champion, but also the players who, I mean, not with only the players who went to another country, but also with players who stayed in Champion Kiev, because most of them didn't leave the country or city. So it was such a good few training sessions. It was nice atmosphere. It was really emotional to reunite with all of them. So it was awesome. We liked it. We enjoyed it those 2 weeks. And then I came back to Belgium, to my city. I had to practice first with KV Mechelen Academy, and then my first training session with a new club. And I'm gonna tell you now, the name is Racing Mechelen, my new club, my new opportunity, my big step actually. And it was Thursday, and the appointment before the practice was at 19:15, something like that. So the training started at 7:30, and I was there already like at 7 p.m. Was a bit nervous, but I was really excited because that's my new step, that's my new opportunity. So I shouldn't be shy, or I shouldn't be nervous. Everything is gonna be fun. Everything is gonna be cool for me, and it actually was. So I met the coach there. We went together to the dressing room. I met a few players who were already there. We had a few conversations where I came from and stuff, and I felt myself really comfortable just from the first training session. There was no problem. There was no actual conflicts or something. It was pretty nice welcome. It was interesting to train with them. And after my session, I went up to the coach. We talked about my age. He was also impressed that I'm from 2006, because most of the players were actually older than me. And that's interesting part, because I played in U18 at KV Mechelen, and then I came up to Racing Mechelen, and my first training session was with U19. So U19, and I'm 17 years old. Oh no, at that time I was still 16. So I'm 16, and the other players are like 2 years older than me, and I was like, what is going on? Why they're older than me? Is it my group, or is it just the first session like that? And it came up that the U19, they are training together with the reserves, so with the young team of Racing Mechelen. And the coach really, he liked me from the first session, from the first my test training, and it was, for me it was enjoyable, because I knew that it's really important for me at that moment to get more practice, to get to the football matches, to play them, to get as much as possible, just experience. And just from my first training, I was like, okay, that's it. That's nice. That's gonna be my next step. That's gonna be my next academy, next club. And I was ready. I wasn't nervous anymore. I was like, just let me play, let me go on a field with a game t-shirt on. So I was like, let's get it. I'm ready. I'm fully energized and let's just play football. So I talked also with the administration of KV Mechelen, and it was pretty fast that they helped me with documents to get my transfer done, and within 2 weeks, I guess, I was ready to play. I was officially already a player of Racing Mechelen Academy. I was impressed because my transfer, but my transfer from Ukraine to Belgium, it took more than 3 months, I guess, to officially become the player of KV Mechelen by itself. But still, I was in really good contact with coaches from KV Mechelen, so I had to mix up my training to change my training schedule, because Racing Mechelen, they are training, and still we are training in the evening, like 7:30, and with KV Mechelen we trade normally at 4 or 5 p.m. and it was better for me on Monday. So I trained with KV Mechelen on Monday, and the rest of the week it was with actually Racing Mechelen. And also because of the difference of league, because the KV Mechelen plays in elite leagues, so they train 4 times a week, and the Racing Mechelen that plays in actually lower league, we training only 3 times a week. So it was also better for me to train with one training with one team and 3 other trainings with other teams. So I get more practice, I get more football time, let's say. And here it comes, my first match. As I already said, it was just within 2 weeks, and the best feeling, I guess, I get a trust from a coach. So I was in starting 11 with U19, what was really shocked for me. I was shocked. I was like, wow, that fast? I'm not on a bench anymore. I'm at starting 11, so I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do everything to stay in the team, to improve myself, to grow up more and more. And it went really good. I can tell you surely that my first football match was really good. So I basically started at my position of central back, but then by the time and from the new season, from September, I was already on position 5, so left back, and I liked it. I really liked the atmosphere in the team, preparation for the matches, communication, and the experience of the coach also, because they had a different tactics, they had a different preparation, they had a different style of training sessions, so everything was really different from the KV Mechelen, and it was a new opening for me. It was a new chances to make just myself better, to make my skills better, and the most important was actually the practice, the football matches, football experience, and I got it really enough, I guess. It was really enough. And also the thing is that players were actually older than me in like 2-3 years, but from the second week, third week, I didn't feel it anymore. I was like, okay, I'm one of them. I don't feel myself younger. I feel like I'm on the same level that them, and I can really do my best to get even higher. So it was a big chance, it was a big opportunity for me. So this from January until June, I guess, it was my like temporary transfer to just to try out the new club, to try out the new training sessions, and from the September I was already the new official player of Racing Mechelen Academy. And to make it more interesting, I'm gonna tell you now that just the few hours ago we had a match. I had a match with young team of Racing Mechelen, and I've scored a goal, and we have played 3-3. So the playing in the team is really enjoyable. I'm sure to say that the team that I was needed, that the team that really helped me to get more practice, to get more football experience, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm happy to be here. And I guess in the future episodes, I have two more in my first season. I'm gonna really go deeper inside the story of my football journey in Racing Mechelen. I'm gonna tell you more about communication, about players, and some even traditions. So to not lose those important information, subscribe to my podcast. And also I'm gonna share a link to my Instagram, to Instagram of this podcast, that you can find in the description below. So it was my big step, my transfer to Racing Mechelen, and I hope you really liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. It was episode number 10. Love you all, guys. Wish you all luck, and I see you in 1 week. Bye bye.